Hey there! So, I've decided on the next book club book for the next new moon. And we just passed a full moon, the blue moon, this weekend, and this is the 2nd of August today. So, I was looking for a book on ancient Babylon. I've been trying to find some info about what the technologies and culture was like before the fall. You know, I'm sure they had a golden age there. So I've been searching, and there's this bookstore in Sedona that I like to go to. They also sell crystals there. It's called Crystal Magic, and I swear every time I go there I find the best stuff. So I was looking around for a book on Babylon. I did not find one, so I'm still on the hunt for that, and that will eventually go into the book club, I'm sure. But what I did find was this book called Urban Shaman, and the title is a lot like a book that we did 2 books ago, which was The Barefoot Doctor's Handbook for the Urban Warrior, which was very good. And this one, I did not even know until after I bought the book, because it just called out to me and I just opened up. And I'm going to read you guys a little excerpt, one of the ones that made me super excited to read this. And I only found out after I started reading it that it's about Hawaiian shamanism. And I've studied Celtic shamanism and I've studied Egyptian shamanism. And so I guess it's time for Hawaiian shamanism, which makes sense personally because I am about to visit Hawaii. I feel it calling me. I don't know when I'm going to go, but it will probably be within several months or perhaps a year. So this is written by Serge Kahili. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but he has a PhD in psychology from California Western. And he's studied with shamans all around the world, and he's kind of adopted into traditions of shamanism in Africa and Hawaii and various other places, from what I understand. But I'm still pretty new in the book. There's a quote I want to read to you guys to kind of give you the idea of this and why I love it so much. I'm really into a non-dualistic approach these days for the past year or maybe a little more, and I've been very much into figuring out how we can keep growing without needing so much drama and fear and pain to create in order to give us stimulation to grow. And this is an ideology that perfectly kind of dovetails with what I've been kind of carving out myself just through my own little inner journeys. So this paragraph is about a warrior shaman versus the adventurer shaman. And so Hawaiian shamanism is adventurer shamanism rather than warrior shamanism. So, and this is not hating on warrior shamanism, as you'll see. It's just a new way to potentially use your energies rather than needing to fight against something in order to make your ripples. All right. A warrior shaman tends to personify fear, illness, or disharmony and to focus on the development of power, control, and combat skills in order to deal with them. An adventurer shaman, by contrast, tends to depersonify these conditions or treat them as effects, not things. I like that a lot. And deal with them by developing skills of love, cooperation, and harmony. As a simple example of the different approaches, if you had to deal with a person who is emotionally upset, a warrior shaman might help you build a strong psychic shield to protect yourself from the other person's negative energy, something we talk about in the New Agey field a lot. The adventurer shaman, on the other hand, would be more likely to teach you how to harmonize your energy so that you remain calm and even become a source of healing for the other person. Very different than what a lot of us have been taught. In addition, the warrior shaman's path is often quite lonely, while the adventurer's path is, by its very nature, quite social. It's nice. Nevertheless, it is difficult, if not impossible, to tell the difference between masters of either path because the more powerful you are, the more loving you are, since there is less and less to fear, and the more loving you are, the more powerful you are, since there is greater and greater confidence. I have walked both paths, and I choose and teach the Hawaiian adventurer way because I believe it is the most practical and beneficial, but I have great respect for the warrior shamans and their healing. So you can see the vibe of this book. Now, I've only gotten so far in as to only be one exercise in. I'm probably, I don't know, maybe halfway through the 1st or 2nd chapter. So this is going to be fun. And I do often feel, I've felt, ever since starting my shadow integration, my super intense shadow integration about a year ago, I've been feeling like it's not about the light versus the dark. I know a lot of you are already familiar with this, but it's about harmonization. I don't only want harps in my reality. I want harps, which is like the heavenly, and drums, which is like the underworld. I think that everything can be utilized and worked with in order to serve the harmonic, which is what I feel like I personally and our whole generation kind of is here to do, to rather than say this is good or this is bad. It's like having a cacophony of noises from an orchestra and then having them all go into a beautiful chord. All of the instruments are still being used. They're just being used in a way that both shows off their amazing qualities and also assists the rest of the orchestra. And I think that's what this stuff is actually about, all of these interdimensional, multidimensional, energetic journeys that those of us who are of the shaman blood, whether or not we were born into it in a logical way, do. So anyway, Urban Shaman, if you're into joining the monthly Magic Book Club, we're on Facebook. You can just search us. It's free to join. There's not a whole lot going on there. You just kind of get a list of the books, and every now and then we talk about them, or people give references for new books and stuff. But if not, it doesn't matter. Just, if you're into this book, try it out. Like I said, I'm only about maybe 1/8 of the way in, but I'm liking it. It's a little heady so far, but I think I'm still in the introduction, and I look forward to kind of digging in and seeing what happens as we go through. So anyway, I hope you're all well. I hope you enjoyed the blue moon. I hope your manifestations are teaching you more about yourself and more about what beauty you can experience in this world, and then also create as you experience it. So much love, and enjoy reading. I'll talk to you again very soon.